Hello guys, welcome back to Diamond Learning. So in today's class, we will talk about the Gymnosperms in Plant Kingdom chapter. Clear? So last time we have studied about the Pteridophyta. Pteridophyta plant had the first vascular tissues, that is the xylem and the phloem. Then the next plant category is about the Gymnosperms, and gymnos means naked and sperma means seeds. It means the Gymnosperms are that plants which have naked seeds. It means their seeds are not covered by any membrane. Their seeds are not covered by any membrane. Seed habit was started from the Pteridophyta, but it continued in the Gymnosperms. So Gymnosperma plants have fully developed system that they can produce the seeds, but their seeds are not covered. Clear? They are naked. That is why their name is Gymnosperma. And like the Pteridophyta, they also require the water, but water is required only for the fertilization. So they are dependent on the water, but that dependence is very less. Okay, the algae, the Bryophyta, they were totally dependent on the plants, but Pteridophyta, they started reducing the dependence on water, and then the Gymnosperma, they are very less dependent on the water. So water is required only during the fertilization. Clear? So their seeds, they are not covered even after the fertilization and the before the fertilization, and they include some medium sized trees or tall trees and shrubs. Okay, plants are divided into three types according to their height. Very small plants are known as herbs. Clear? Very small plants are known as herbs. Then some medium sized plants, they are known as shrubs. And there are some categories of the plants which are tall trees, but these tall trees can also be medium in size, so they are known as medium sized trees. And there are some tall trees. So the Gymnosperm has all the types excluding the herbs category. So they have shrubs, medium sized trees and the tall trees, and one of the Gymnosperm, that is the Cycas, redwood tree. Clear? That redwood tree, it is one of the tallest tree species, and it can grow up to many meters in height. Let me show you the Cycas. If the network is available. That is the giant Cycas. Clear? See, here are the people standing in front of the trees. So it is that much in height. And when you cut the trunk of this tree, it would be of which color? Red color. That is why it is known as the redwood tree. Clear? And its scientific name is Cycas. Its scientific name is Cycas. Good. Now, they generally have taproot system. Which system? Taproot system. Taproot system means there is a one main root. There is one main root. And from this main root, other roots arises that are known as secondary roots from the tertiary roots. So this type of root system is called taproot system. So Gymnosperma have generally taproot system. Some of the roots of these plants, like in the pinus, they are associated with some fungi, and that roots are known as mycorrhizal roots. Some plants like cycas, they have small roots that have nitrogen fixing bacteria in them. They have a nitrogen fixing bacteria in them, and these roots are known as coralloid roots. These roots are called coralloid roots. Leaves can be simple or compound in these, and they have different type of methods by which they can withstand some extreme conditions like temperature, high temperature, low temperature, high humidity conditions, low humidity conditions, and wind. And one category of the Gymnosperma, that is known as the conifers. In the conifers, they have needle-like leaves that reduce the surface area and that reduce the chances of transpiration. So there is a less loss of the water from plants, and some plants have thick cuticle surface that is present around the leaves. They have a thick cuticle surface, and they have also sunken stomata. Sunken stomata means very small stomata. It means very small stomata. Clear? So these Gymnosperma are heterosporous, means they produce two types of spores. The smaller ones are known as microspores, and larger ones are known as megaspores. So microspores are formed on the microsporangia. Microsporangia are formed inside the microsporophylls. Clear? And microsporophyll will combine and they will make the male strobili. See, suppose this is the male cone or the male strobili. Male strobili has a microsporophylls. Microsporophylls have a microsporangia. They will have microsporangia. So inside these microsporangia, the microspores will be formed. What will be formed? Microspores. And in the same way, there are female cones or female strobili. So female cone will have the megasporophyll. It will have the megasporophyll. Megasporophyll have megasporophyll will have megasporangia, and megasporophyll will have the megasporangia, and inside these megasporangia the megaspores will be formed. Clear? Megaspores. Megas are formed inside the megasporangia. Megasporangia are formed inside the megasporophyll. Megasporophyll will combine to make the cone or the strobili. Clear? In the males, microsporangia form the microspores, and microsporangia are formed inside the microsporophylls. Microsporophyll combine and it will make the male cone or the male strobili. Clear? So then the microspore will be converted into, first of all, the pollen grain, and pollen grain will form the male gamete. In the same way, the female megaspore. Megaspore will develop into the ovum or the egg, that is the female gamete, and they are produced inside the ovules. So megaspore will convert into ovules, ovule will be converted into the ovum or the egg. And the male and female cones, they can be on the same plant or they can be on the different plant also. So if they are on the different plant, then if this plant has a female cone and this plant has a male cone, so this will be the male plant only and this will be the female plant only. Clear? This will be male cone and this will be female cone. Clear? Okay. Now Bryophyta and Pteridophyta, in there the Gametophytic and Sporophytic plant body has independent existence, but in case of Gymnosperms they do not have any independent free living existence. So the plant will also contain the Sporophyta and it will also contain the Gametophyta. All the gametes, all the organs or the cells, they will be on one plant only. There are no two lives. Clear? They will also, and then the gametes will fuse with each other and they will form the zygote, and then zygote will be developed into an embryo, and embryo are covered by the seeds. Embryo are covered by the seeds. So say what will happen, the male gamete and the female gamete, male gamete, female gamete, they will fertilize with each other and they will form the zygote. So that zygote will be covered by the seed, but this seed, it is not covered by any membrane, it is a naked seed. It is a naked seed. Naked seed means a seed is not having any covering. That is why their name is Gymnosperma. Gymnos means naked, sperma means the seed. Clear? So that is about the Gymnosperm. And angiosperms, we will talk about the angiosperms in 5th or 6th chapter in detail. So angiosperms are the most advanced plants because they can produce the flowers. They can produce the flowers. No plant group, algae, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperma, they cannot produce the flowers, but only the angiosperma can produce the flowers. And when the flower is produced, the male and female sex organs are present on these flowers, and then after the fertilization that flower changes into the fruits. So flowers and fruits that are formed only in the angiosperma, they are formed only in case of angiosperma, otherwise it is not possible to make on any other plant group. So if you are seeing any plant in your nearby area that produces flowers, that produces fruits, it means that plant is an angiosperm. That plant is an angiosperm. So any crop plant, any fruit plant, any vegetable plant, all they are producing flowers and fruits. So all these are angiosperms. That is why the angiosperms are very much spread in all over the earth, and out of 10 plants, every 8 or 9 plants, they will be angiosperma. They will be angiosperma. So they are of a great variety. The smallest angiospermic plant, Wolffia. Wolffia is only few inches long plant. It is only few inches long plant, and the eucalyptus, it is 100 meters long plant. So from small to large, they have all the categories of plants. Clear? So their division, their types, we will talk about them in the 5th and 6th chapter. Clear? Okay, so that is all about the plant kingdom chapter. Thank you.